If you can go back to the first time we met, what advice would you give yourself regarding being in a relationship with me? It's a great question right there.
Okay, so when you think about the first time we met, what do you remember feeling? Yes, love this. Go ahead.
We really want to do this? All right. So when we first met was around the time that I had just moved to Thailand. And so I had met up with an individual, and now it's a mutual friend of ours, but I met up with an individual and I was like, hey, I'm trying to meet Black people. Like, where are they? And so others.
You are on a date. Let's be real. You were low-key on a date with this individual. And yeah, and then I walked in. So
I mean, we'll just say it was a group date. Just a group
it was
date.
okay, fine.
Deal. Look at that compromise. Okay, let's see. I'm ready for my question. So, what is your biggest fear right now that you haven't shared with me yet? And what can I do to support you better?
I don't know if it's so much as a fear, but I guess so. I'm fearful of facing some of my unhealthy habits that I'm like been working to try and break and fix and take out of my life. So I think I've been like avoiding it a lot of the time, or just pretending it's not there, or convincing myself that I'm handling things. So yeah, I think I'm fearful of the habits of like facing them and getting to the roots of like, why do I do certain things, or where is it stemming from, and then actually understanding and healing those parts of me, because I've been doing that in like so many other areas of my life. So I feel like I've been pushing those certain things to the side. So stick around, boo. I'm getting there. I'm growing. I'm healing every day. We getting there. We building. Let's keep building. When do you feel people judge us, and why do you think they do?
If we're out and about holding hands and stuff, of course, because PDA, one in Thailand, two,
Well, yeah,
yeah,
PDA in
yeah,
Thailand is the good thing.
uh-huh. I would also think people judge us when they find out that we're in an open relationship.
True,
Because
I
I
was gonna
think,
say that.
yeah, we get a lot of questions like, what? Why would you do
And
that? But I feel there's
and
also a
weird
lot of judgment.
looks as well. So I feel like,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with you. Judgment does come from there, just because I think people just don't understand and they don't bother asking questions to understand.
Yeah.
A lot of people just assume that that's a guilt-free pass to cheat, instead of like just saying, well, then why, like a lot of people say, then just don't be in a relationship, or that just means you're getting permission to cheat. And it's like, no, that's not what it is. It's an actual relationship. There is a foundation that we have created and put the work in to make it ours. It's just not fitting into the mold of what you're used to seeing, or the mold of a heteronormative freaking relationship. But I think for us, we have the connection and we have the relationship on a deeper level, as in emotions are involved. And I think we've just given each other the freedom to connect on other levels with people, whether it be sexually, whether it be because we just have the same interests. Like, I'm going to learn from this person because they know all the shit I need to know about this specific topic, and then we connect on that level, like without feeling like oh, like, am I cheating on Brie? Like, is she going to be mad about this? Like, there's no pressure. We can live as human beings. And people don't really understand that. And they don't ask. So,
Can
what do you
we
think?
pause? I'm your girlfriend? What?
Really? We doing this? I didn't say that. I didn't say that. It was an example of how people expect us to be. Like, the minute you put this title of girlfriend on it, then all this pressure comes up. You already know all this stuff. Like, not right now, okay? With me. Not right now. Let's just have a conversation. Jeez.
I just had to backtrack. I definitely would agree with everything that you said. And I also feel like for me, I don't necessarily care to explain. And I think we've built our comment as such. Like, you can speculate all you want, and it really has nothing to do with what we have built, the foundation that we have. Like, it really wouldn't bother me if you are flirting with someone, because I know that it's a completely different connection, and I don't think I should compare it, because what we have is really incomparable.
Okay. What are you hesitant to ask me?
I think one thing that just popped in would be, what would happen if we have to live in separate countries? When I think about our nephews and just the love we have for them specifically, and yeah, that would be a fear.
That's true. I never ever thought of that. Like, that's never been a thought, us living in different countries. And it's something that could literally happen tomorrow, because we both live in a country that's in neither of our homes, like that. So that's weird that I've never thought of that. Well, I've been super present in what we have right now. I think obviously a conversation would have to be had, and a lot of things would have to come into factor. Like, how long would it be? Are we able to see each other regularly? Is it like a forever thing? Or all of that needs to be factored in, because I don't really do well with long distance.
Okay.
Those are my ones.
I agree.
You agree?
All right. So what is something I still don't understand about you, and why do you think I do?
I think, I guess, my race and my background, but I think that's because I'm still learning about it. Because obviously, just for some clarification, in South Africa, I am considered a colored. That is my race. But that's something that's a derogatory term in America and not looked at as the same way. So moving abroad and being around 90% of the time African Americans or just Americans, I don't always identify as a colored. I used to first just identify as mixed race, and then now I've realized that I am a Black woman. So it's kind of like learning a new identity almost while living abroad, which has been interesting and good, because of course I'm gonna learn and embrace my Blackness. But I think for you also, you don't really understand it, because obviously you grew up in a different country. You don't know what a life of a colored person is. You don't know the history of Black people in South Africa. So I think that's part of me you still don't understand, but that's also because I'm still learning a lot too.
For me, it's like the same thing. Like, I know that when you are ready, then you will teach me. Because as you said, you're learning more about yourself. So I don't want to try to come in or ask all these outlandish questions. Because you're right, I don't understand. I just do my nerd research and stuff, and it still doesn't.
Same for me. I think I also don't share too much with you yet, because you are an African American and you've grown up in America and grown up around this. So you obviously have trauma from this. You obviously have things that you're healing from. And like right now, during everything that's going on, I don't really want to push any buttons or ask the wrong questions because I'm still ignorant about certain things, or I just don't know certain things. So I think it's just a sense, it's just a case of getting there naturally, like we have with everything else, all our conversations, all our discussions, and I look forward to having these conversations with you. If this were to be our last conversation, what is something you never want me to forget?
This is sad. Why?
Don't look at it as
emotional right now. Brought tears to my eyes. Like, why it gotta be? If it were the last, like.
Oh, Kitty, you're really crying. Oh, I thought you were kidding. You for real crying. You don't have to look at it like that. Like, maybe this is going to be the last conversation till we see each other in a long time. And something I would never forget. Like, you don't have to look at it. Aww.
It's fine.
I want to hug you.
I'm emotional. It's okay. You can hug me later. Okay. I never want you to forget that you can do anything that you put your mind to. Period. I love you. I will always love you and support you. So as long as you continue to grow and just put into yourself, then I'm sure you will do everything and anything in this round and the next one and the next one. And I'll find you, whichever world we're going to go to after this. So I think that's what I'd say.
And the next dimension, and the next dimension, and the next dimension. Connected forever. Like, this is just what it is. I'm proud of you. Like, and I want you to be proud of you because I've seen your growth from when we first met up until this point. I see you putting in the work. I see you taking care of yourself, like really taking care of yourself and digging deep just so that you can be a better you. And that I love you and that you've taught me more than you think you know, or more than you think you have. You've brought out parts of me that will forever be beneficial, like moving forward in my life, whether we never talk again or I never see you again because we're choosing different parts in life or whatever. Like, you're there forever. Even if you're not there, you're there.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to explore your relationship, we have the End Relationship card games available at our store at theskindeep.com/shop. Thank you so much.